TOEFL Practice Test 1, Reading Passage 1, Deer Populations of the Puget Sound. Paragraph 1 and Problem 1. Paragraph 1. Two species of deer have been prevalent in the Puget Sound area of Washington State and the Pacific Northwest of the United States. The black-tailed deer, a lowland west side cousin of the mule deer of eastern Washington, is now the most common. The other species, the Columbian white-tailed deer, in earlier times was common in the open prairie country. It is now restricted to the low, marshy lands and floodplains along the lower Columbia River. Question 1. According to paragraph 1, which of the following is true of the white-tailed deer of the Puget Sound? Answer A. It is native to lowlands and marshes. The word native here doesn't actually apply correctly because it has been displaced. When an animal population has been displaced, we think of its native location as the previous location, or more likely to be the previous location. So it's probably not answer A. Letter B. It is more closely related to the mule deer of eastern Washington than to other types of deer. The paragraph actually explains the black-tailed deer as being more closely related to the mule deer than is the white-tailed deer. So it's probably not answer B. Letter C, it has replaced the black-tailed deer in the open prairie. No, the article, the passage describes the white-tailed deer being removed from the open prairie and now living in lowlands and marshes. It does not describe movement in the other direction. Letter D, it no longer lives in a particular type of habitat that it once occupied. The paragraph describes the white-tailed deer having once lived in one habitat, which is the open prairie, and now living in the lowlands and marshes, which is a new and different habitat for that animal. So it no longer occupies that previous area. The correct answer is D.